How's it going, everyone? Sean here from Raw Technique Studios, and today I want to talk to you guys about digital minimalism and taking a step away from social media controlling our lives. And I'm going to do it specifically for me. I've been reading a book called Digital Minimalism, and I've always had an issue with spending too much time on social media and then regretting it after and feeling like I wasted time when I could have been doing other things. And it's even if it's just I'm sitting there doing nothing, I would rather do that than scroll through Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is, just nonstop for no reason. So I want to change that, and through the book that I'm reading, I've been able to implement a couple of things because I got some ideas from there, and I started doing that already. So I deleted Facebook and Instagram off my phone. It's no longer there, so it's not going to be a distraction. But at the same time, I do get messages for people for work purposes. So if people want some mastering done or mixing done or whatever, they have questions about my courses or whatever it is, sometimes people prefer to use Instagram messages to contact me for that instead of email or anything else. And I understand that. And then Facebook, I have a private Facebook group for the members in my courses so they could come and ask questions and get mixed critiques and stuff like that. So I still need access to those things, but I don't want that stuff on my phone. And there's two reasons for that. With the Facebook group, if somebody posts a song for me to do a mixed critique on, I'm not going to be able to listen through my phone and give a good mixed critique. So I have to be on my computer either way. So what I did was on my computer, right here on the screen, you can see I have my Raw Technique Studios private Facebook group. And that is just bookmarked, so I could click on that, and it takes me directly to the Facebook group. There's nothing, no distraction of going to just Facebook's homepage. I'm not paying attention to any alerts or anything like that. It's just straight to the Facebook group. I can answer the questions and then get off of Facebook. So that's all I want Facebook for. And if I didn't have this Facebook group, I wouldn't have a Facebook. I'm not a fan of Facebook. I haven't been for a long time. I don't use it that often. So I only use it for this specific group. And then Instagram, I have it bookmarked on my computer as well. So when I click over here, it goes directly to my messages. So if I have any messages in that moment, then I could see that. If not, then okay, go on to the next. Twitter messages. This I've barely ever used, and I very rarely get messages on here, so I'll check it real quick just in case and then move on. And then I have YouTube. So YouTube, straight to the comments. All I want to see are comments and answer people's questions and deal with that and then get off of YouTube. I don't want anything to distract me. If I'm going to go on to any of these social media apps, I want it to be an intentional thing that I'm going on. I want to be looking for something. If I want to go on YouTube, like, oh, let me look up how to do this because I currently want to know how to do this. I don't want to just come across videos and then watch it and then spend all this time doing stuff that I didn't really plan on doing anyways. So I think the main purpose is to make things intentional. If I want to use these apps and stuff, then I could intentionally choose to do so and then do that. But outside of that, I want it to be very specific, just for business, on my computer only. It's not on my phone to distract me. I think it just takes up too much time. So with that extra time, I could focus on the business more. I could focus on other hobbies. I like to do photography. I do have a second Instagram account. I actually used to have 3 Instagram accounts just recently. I had my business page, the Raw Technique Studios one. I have my Raw Tech Images, which is my photography one. And then I had my personal one, which I just deleted because I was like, why do I have 3 Instagram accounts? That's too much. So I deleted the personal one just a couple days ago. And then my business one, I have just on my computer to go straight to the messages only. And then I'll do a post probably once a week or maybe twice a week. I'll go on, I'll post it, and then I'll go back to where it's just to the messages again. But for my photography one, I'm going to make it so I can log in, post a picture, and then log out. Pretty much my photography one is just a catalog of my photography. It's so I could look at it and see all the photography that I've done, all the photo editing I've done, and just have it in one catalog. That's what I'm using Instagram for. And I don't want to get stuck on there scrolling through that search page. That's such a waste of time, at least to me. And I've spent way too much time doing that over the past like year or two. I did have the habit of posting every single day on Instagram, and I thought, oh, if I build up the following count, it could build a business and everything like that. I built up a large following because I posted every single day with these like little squares with a plugin and information about it. And it was cool. It brought up my following to like 30,000 something followers. But then I stopped doing that because there's no big return. I did it for an entire year and there's no big return on it. So Instagram is not a good business model, at least not for me. I posted every single day. I got a larger following, but the money stayed pretty much the same. So it didn't increase my revenue. It wasn't valuable enough for me in the long term. So I started cutting back on it. Of course, my followers are dropping because I'm not posting every single day, but I'm okay with that because it's not like I was making money from all those followers anyways. So I'm just going to post on there every now and then, keep the audience that wants to stay for a once a week or maybe twice a week post, then cool. I mostly want it just for the messaging. People are on Instagram. It has a messenger service and they could connect with me on Instagram. That's all I want it for. So I bookmarked the instant messaging or the Instagram messaging on my computer, which I check when I get on my computer in the morning when I'm in the studio. Outside of that, I'm not going to check it. Yeah, so pretty much I want to take this extra time that I'm going to have and put it into my hobbies and into my business and into time being spent with my family. These dogs, they do this every day. They sound like they're dying. They do that every day. I don't know why. There's nothing that starts it. It's not like there was an ambulance or anything. They just randomly start howling. But those are my neighbor dogs. Yeah, so I want to spend more time on my hobbies, on doing stuff intentionally. That's the main thing. I want to get back the intentional choice to do something instead of just scrolling and wasting time when I didn't really want to do that in the first place. I want to focus more on my photography. I want to focus more on the business and getting my course done. I really want to get that Hip Hop Audio School course out there. It's going to take a little bit longer because I'm waiting for the recording process to get done. And then I could just really go through the rest. The rest will be much faster. I want to spend time with my dogs because they're getting old and I'd like to spend some time with them because you never know when the end is near. So I want to spend more time with that. And then just other hobbies I could pick up. I could practice my guitar again. I could practice piano. I could draw. I could do other things outside of sitting there scrolling and feeling like I wasted my time. Doing these hobbies that I like, you feel more fulfilled when you do your hobbies because you spent time doing something you like, you improved yourself. Reading books is another thing. I've been reading more and I want to increase that because when I read something informative, then I just feel like I learned some more stuff, which makes me feel like it was worth the time to do so. Even if I read a story, I'm not a big fan of reading like stories, but even then, like at least you are doing something outside of the scrolling and getting likes, that little dopamine hit and all that stuff. So that I'm trying to get over. Lastly, exercising. I need to get back into that, and I'm going to have a lot of extra time staying off of social media. So I'm going to get back into that as well. So I'm not leaving social media. I'm still posting on YouTube every single week. I don't think of YouTube as social media in the sense of like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. YouTube actually makes me money. So YouTube, I post and the ads generate revenue when people watch it. I make over $300 just in ad revenue from my old videos every single month. And that's something that's great about YouTube. You could actually have a business off of YouTube. Instagram makes me $0 every single month. It's just the messages that come in and I could talk to people and then we could bring that over to email and then we end up working together. That's all Instagram is for me. Facebook, it's just that group. That's it. It's just for my students being in a group so they ask questions. Other than that, I don't like Facebook. And yeah, I'm not trying to take social media and replace it with other things on my phone, so I'm sitting there doing the same thing. So I want to make sure I'm not doing any of that. And on my phone, I ended up, all there is on my phone, the home page is just a calendar. That's it. It's just a calendar. The second page is just the absolutely like must have apps. So it's like text messages, calls. I have my bank app on there because I need to send money back and forth. My wife, we send money back and forth all the time. With friends and stuff, we'll send money back and forth when splitting bills and stuff. So I keep that stuff on there. But other than that, that's it. Like I have Google Maps on there, the weather, like nothing that's going to distract me to where I'm sitting there. If I'm out eating or with a buddy at a bar or something, I don't have anything on my phone to distract me anymore. I could actually be engaged in the conversation. And even if we're not talking, I could sit there and just enjoy the moment where I'm at instead of being on social media or on anything else on my phone. So that's the big takeaway from this. The book that I'm reading, it's called Digital Minimalism. I have another thing I have on my phone is Kindle, so I can read books. But let's see. All right, so it's called Digital Minimalism, and it's by Cal Newport. So it's just a book I found on Kindle, and it's a pretty good one. I think it has some good stuff in there. I haven't finished it yet because I'm at the point in the book where you're supposed to do 30 days of this new social media thing where you get rid of it from your phone and you're kind of like seeing how it goes and you're testing yourself on what's comfortable and what you actually need versus what was optional. And it's going to be a 30-day span. If I like it, I'll keep it going. If I don't and I want to reintroduce some apps onto my phone, then I can. But I'm going to try this out. It's been a couple days now and I'm just going to keep it going. If you guys want to try it too, cool. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to try this type of stuff out. Do you feel like social media is taking too much of your time in a way that's taking away from your productivity? Maybe it's distracting you from work. Maybe it's distracting you from doing hobbies that you want to do. Or maybe it's taking time away from your family and friends and taking you out of the moment. So if that's how you feel about social media as well, then go ahead and let me know down below. If not, then let me know your opinions on how you feel about social media. And if it is maybe using it more is rewarding to you and it's actually paying off, then I'd like to hear that as well. So let me know your opinions about this stuff. And thank you guys for watching this. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.